I got the vaccine, so I'm sorry, or you're welcome. Either one, whatever you believe, it's one of those. So have at it. People were scared. People were scared of the vaccine. They were scared of side effects. They're like, ooh, I want to get the vaccine, but I'm a little scared of side effects. I'm like, I'm not scared of side effects. That's how it works. You know what I mean? Those aren't side effects. That's it working. Give me side effects, please. You know what I mean? I've been inside for 18 months. Let's get some side effects. Let's get some juice that's working, all right? I was looking out for side effects, I had to wait a couple months to get the vaccine, because there was a shortage at first, so I was just keeping my eye out, getting prepared. There were like 6 people in Waukegan got myocarditis from the vaccine. I'm like, oh shit, what Walgreens? They got good vaccine. It's making these people's hearts blow up like the Grinch learning the true meaning of Christmas. That's good. That's good vaccine. I want some of that. Got good stuff. I had a buddy who was like, yeah, you know what? I don't really have any side effects. I was like, what vaccine did you get? He was like, J&J. I was like, well, that's your problem. That's not a vaccine. That's a B12 shot, pretty much, from what I can gather. So good luck out there. I'm glad you're being responsible. But here's the thing, if you got the J&J shot, seriously, good job taking care of yourself. But I get some horse paste just on reserve. You know what I mean? I'll do all the things just in case. They're not even doing. Last I heard, they're not even doing a booster for the J&J. It's like when you get like a weirdo Chinese brand TV and you want to fix it, and they're like, dude, we don't make parts for that anymore. That company's been out of business for 18 years. You know what I mean? J&J put out a vaccine, then like 6 months later, they're like, we're just doing baby powder again. So I don't know. Call someone else with your immunity issues. We're not really in that game anymore. Just trying to do a quick flip on that, but so good luck. But yeah, man, it's fun doing this joke, because sometimes people cheer for you at the beginning, and sometimes people are so furious they don't want to hear you anymore, which is hilarious. I mean, here's the thing: these are insane times, and you gotta just stay out of the water, man. It's not good water. You know what I mean? Like, stay out of it. It's bad out there. But conversely, if you can ride on the top of it like a wave, no funnier time to be alive than right now. You know what I mean? It's truly hilarious out there. And I'm no better than anyone else. I get sucked in it sometimes. And when I can pull myself out, I'm like, man, this is fun. It's a good time. And that's probably the overall arch that makes everything so hilarious is just like everything has a political valence. Like every fucking decision makes people furious at each other. And there's no shared ground. It's like, you believe that, then I believe this, all right, let's fight. Like, people will just be like, yeah, I bet you like that. You're probably happy that Kamala Harris is in the office, right? I'm like, dude, I said I like oranges. I don't know what the fuck we're even talking. I didn't say I liked them a lot. I just said, they're juicy. It's a good juice. I bet you think that fucking commie piece of shit. All right, cool. It's like cool, fun. It's hilarious though. That's with the vaccine, I'm like, yeah, I got the vaccine, and just 90% of people you can see like judging you like this fucking criminal or this fucking hero. I'm like, neither of those, dude. Just like I got the vaccine. I'm an old school guy. I got the vaccine because I don't want to die. That's exclusively how I make decisions. Just, I fear dying, and I just try to make decisions to keep it at bay, and I will just do that until one day it doesn't. That's my whole... I mean, it literally drives me insane to think that there are people making decisions any other way. That there's people like, all right, vaccine for the pandemic. All right, let me bring up my flow chart. All right, who did I vote for and what's my favorite podcast? Let's follow that. All right, here's my choice. Insane. That's so crazy. I don't know. Also, here's the thing. It's like, there's no room for nuance. Even like psychotic nuance, because the world's so psychotic. It doesn't even have nuance inside that, you know? Like, you know, like I think people that have conspiracy theories around the vaccine are fucking stupid, but like then they're like, yeah, Joe Biden. I'm like, no, not that either. Just like I come at conspiracy theory vaccine people like, there's no group for me where I'm just like, you're doing it wrong, like you're doing conspiracies bad. You know what I mean? Like I almost look at them the way like, cause like I'm kind of into, like, you know, like I don't know if you know me, but I'm not like, hey, what's up? I'm Justin Golak. I fucking love the government. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that guy. I'm not like, yeah, fucking pharmacy is tight. I mean, like, I don't like that shit either. You know, but I look at these new people, QAnon, all that stuff, I'm like, I look at them like the way old money looks at new money. I'm like, yeah, we're kind of the same, but you're real gauche with it. You know what I mean? Like, not for me, my dude. You know what I mean? You don't even do the shit good, you do the shit bad, because they're like, oh, you took the vaccine? Yeah, you fucking love Big Pharma, my dude. That's you fucking sucking Pfizer's dick, piece of shit. And I'm like, I do not like drug companies. I fucking hate them, dude. But that's why I am 100%, I am nearly 100% at least, convinced that the vaccine is safe and effective. And it's because I fucking hate the pharmaceutical companies. That's how I know the shit is safe and the shit works. All right, because these people, I don't know, they're on some weird base level bullshit. And I'm like, I know this fucking shit is safe, and I know this shit works, because as soon as COVID started running through the country, they immediately came out and it stuck that the number one comorbidity with COVID is diabetes. It's top of the list. So I know that the board of Pfizer got together and they went, guys, all right, we got to work on a vaccine. It has to be safe and effective, all right, because if it's not, if we do not get this pandemic under control, we are not going to be able to overcharge people for insulin anymore. All right, our customer base is dying out there, and we need to save them. All right, we need to get this country back to work. All right, because then they will hurt their back, and we can get them addicted to opioids. All right, so get in the mRNA lab and let's get something cooking, baby. That shit works for sure, man. Plus, what's worst case? What's worst case? That these people are right? Give me the vaccine still. You know what I mean? Give me the fucking vaccine, all right? Because everyone, you know, so many like, oh, this vaccine's gonna kill 50% of the population. New world, you know, yeah, like new world government's gonna take over, and you know what I mean? You're gonna have to be shipped away to camps, and you know they're gonna arrest Tom Hanks, and Satan is gonna come to Earth in human form, and it's like, yeah, you know what? Even more so, give me the vaccine. You know, I'll die from the vaccine as opposed to what? Staying alive and fighting Satan and his armies? No, that's okay. I'll die with all the people just trying not to. You know, that's good enough for me. I've been thinking about going to Trump rallies. I've been thinking about it. Next time they're in town, I'm gonna go. It seems like a fun rally. Can you deny that? That it seems like, and I don't know if you guys know how voting works, but you can go to your favorite rally and then go vote for someone different. They don't check. You can go to your favorite rally and then vote for your favorite person. So don't ruin your rally-going experience because of your beliefs politically. You know, that seems like you might want to vote for Bernie Sanders, but you want to go to a Bernie Sanders rally? Just some old guy telling you the world's ending? It's like, ugh, it's a drag. Wouldn't you rather take half an edible, go to an arena, and watch someone have dementia live? Doesn't that sound like a more fun rally? It's just a better rally. Don't ruin your Thursday because of your principles. Go to the best rally. Don't you want to be there the first time he says the N-word? Don't you want to say you saw it? I'm not saying you want him to do it. Like, there's probably a lot of NASCAR fans that didn't want Dale Earnhardt to die, but I'm sure the ones that were there at Daytona when it happened were like, well, at least I got a good dinner party story for the rest of my life, so that's pretty cool. Lemonade out of lemons. I mean, people still want to come here, which is cool, you know, like at this crisis at the southern border, you know. At least I think it's still on. I haven't heard about it in a while, but there's no way it's better. You know? You ever stop hearing about something, you're like, there's no way we fix that. We're just not talking about it. I don't know, man. I think I'm probably like most people. When I see immigrants gathering at the southern border, I don't feel great. You know what I mean? It's not like it makes you feel kind of depressed, but as a citizen of a crumbling empire, it feels nice that people still want to come here. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it's pretty good. Every time I see that news coverage, I'm gonna feel like a 52-year-old former beauty queen getting hit out at Applebee's on College. And it's like, still got it. Pretty good. But I truly feel bad for these immigrants because every time they get a chance to be interviewed, they always say something like, I'd like to come to this country, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to succeed. I'm like, dude, we do not do that anymore. I don't know. We need to give these immigrants new intel, man. They're coming here with like a 1978 American dream, and it's like, dude. I would feel a lot better about immigrants if they're coming to this country like, I'm going to come to America and I'm going to start a podcast. I'd be like, that's a good dream. I don't know if you need like a retweet or something, but whatever I can do to help, I'd love to get you going. So. Straight white males have been taking it on the chin recently, which is fair. You know, it's not unfair, but it just is what it is. But what's funny is like, so now we have like a lot of women running for office and getting into office, which I think is great. Even more so, not even just because of gender, but new women coming into power. Like, we want to take this country on a new compassionate and empathetic path. And I'm like, fuck, that sounds awesome. I don't know. I would love to see it. I'm willing to give you 200-300 years to take a whack at it. You know what I mean? That's only fair. I want to see it. So I'm in. I'm on board. All I'd say is, just a warning, just my piece is, listen, you can't write off straight white men. You can't write them off. You gotta keep them on ice. Just put them aside. Just keep them there. Let them chill out because, first of all, if you want to be truly empathetic, you got to extend empathy to people you deem deserve it the least. That's true empathy. So that's first. That's the most important. But secondly, thank you. But secondly, the future is vast. You don't know what's in it. It's the future. You're going to be in power this whole time. You don't know what you're going to face. You want to be prepared for everything. What about aliens? They could come. What happens if aliens come? What are you going to need? You're going to need a group of people that can eliminate a whole race of something. That's what you're going to need. That's just what you're going to need. And you're going to have to approach straight white men like a retired hitman in a bad action, all right? Seeing if they can do one more job, all right? They're going to be sitting in the corner like, I don't do that anymore. People have been mad at statues recently, which is fair. Statues fucking stuck, you know, it's fuck them. Fuck statues, dude, for sure. Like I heard a little bit ago, some people got together, tore down a statue of a Confederate war general, and I was like, good. And I heard a few days after that, some people went and they spray painted, defaced the Lincoln Monument. And I was like, also good. Because it's a statue. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Look, I know you guys probably like Lincoln. I agree, Lincoln was good when he was Lincoln. He did his best. Good he was there. But that's not what a statue is. Statue brings Lincoln to today. 2018 Lincoln, fuck him. Don't want to hang out with him. He can get the straight fuck out of here as far as I'm concerned. And that's what a statue is. That's why I don't dig him. Like, we all know Lincoln freed the slaves. We all know it's what he's most famous for. But I guess a lot of people don't know that his plan after that was to ship all the freed slaves to the Caribbean because he didn't think they were smart enough to assimilate to white American culture. Yeah. You only like Lincoln because he didn't get to do his second favorite thing. You know what I mean? Like, Lincoln's a lot like John Lennon. Someone shot him in the head before he was really able to muck up his legacy. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's the only reason you like John Lennon. Because you never had to see him play a Super Bowl halftime show, right? Like, that would've ruined it. Just some cold February Sunday, you're sitting at home on the TV comes, Super Bowl 52 halftime show, starring John Lennon, brought to you by Doritos. Doritos, new Buffalo Ranch. Buffalo and ranch together. Can you imagine that? I bet you could if you tried, you bet. Fuck this guy, dude. Fuck him. Not on board anymore at all. Not on board. But I get that we need statues, right? Been glib about statues, but I get that they're important because they promote social cohesion, which is a positive thing, right? We all come together as a society, decide what to make a statue of, then we get together to build it, then we get together to visit it, tell people about it. That's positive. But they last too fucking long, man. Steel, marble, get out of here. Not cool. So I have a plan for statues, how we can keep statues going. First, we got to get rid of all the statues that are already here, right? We're starting fresh on statues. We got to get to 0 on statues first. Then we need new statues. Okay, we need a statue building committee. Here's how you get on the committee. You must be a dad, and you must have tried to build your own deck at least once. And that's it. That you apply and you've done those, then you're on. Now we decide we need a statue. We hit you up. We give you a bunch of lumber, a 30 rack of bush heavy, and an amount of time equal to when work's not fucking crazy. All right, that's all you get. And then he makes the statue, and just like most dad decks, it will last 10 to 12 summers. But it'll really start to look old after about 8, just like the views it represents, right? So it's a self-correcting statue mechanism.
You know, there's been a lot of news about, Dwyane Wade. He has a transgender child, and he's very supportive of that child. And I think you can't support your kids too much. It's gonna do the opposite of what you think. Like, I just think, like, people forget, like, if you support a transgender 12-year-old too much, you will have a 16-year-old that wears bow ties and talks about skull shapes. Like, he doesn't want you to like him. Like, you're his dad. Like, he wants to rebel against you. So, like, and I guess the thing that just annoys me about it is it's not really about the kid. It's about Dwyane Wade. Like, I feel like that's all parents now. It's like, parents forgot that being cool is a Ponzi scheme. Like, you take out and then you have to put in. So when you turn 35, if you're still being cool, there's no cool left for the younger people. Like, like, the death of your cool has to be the fertilizer for the birth of new cool. Like, you gotta, does that make sense? Like, and that's why I feel like that's why it sucks to be young now, because old people want to be cool, and it's like, you can't do that anymore, man. Like I'm 35. Like, whenever I'm on the train, like, and it's not about being, like, hateful. It's just like, just little sand on the salt, like a little sand on the road, just something to grip tires to. Like, if I'm on the train and I see, like, a weird looking, like, kid, like a 16, 17-year-old, I give him, like, a look, like a, And then they give me a look like, fuck you, old man. And then I walk off the train like, kids are going to be all right. Like, if I had a transgender kid, I wouldn't, like, hate him or disown him. Like, I'd love him, but I'd be like, that's, you know, I just give him, like, that's a little weird. Just so he would do it better. Like, just so he would do it better. I wouldn't be like, let's go on the news and I'll tell people I love you publicly. He'd be like, I don't know if I like it anymore. You know what I mean? I think I'll go watch Tucker Carlson now. You know what I mean? Just like, I don't know anything I can do to just get some pushback on this. I was just trying to do the best you can. I tried to do the best I could recently. It's a real Chicago tale. That's why I'll say it for it. It's a real yarn about the city we all live in. I was on the train, the CTA, Blue Line, going north from downtown. Ooh, at rush hour. Oh. I never had to take the train at rush hour. I haven't had a normal job in really ever. So I just avoid the train. I love using the train. I love using the buses. I just try to make all my plans around rush hour so I don't have to be on it because I know it's crazy. But I missed time to downtown Erin, and I had to get it back up north from downtown on the Blue Line, and it's just stuff. I gotta wait for like 3 trains just to get a train. And finally I get on, it's cramped. Alright, and I'm like crammed in as much as I can be crammed in. And just when I'm at peak cram, 2 more people get in and the door shut. So I'm just like stuck. Not only can I not move, I can't I'm just, where I am is where I am. And right at that moment, I realize my dick is on a lady's leg. It is right on her leg. I just want to do the best I can. I just want to do the best I can. I just want to be a part. I want to be the change I want to see. So what do? I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, kudos to this lady. I just want to put that. Kudos to her. She's not just like she's not a tourist. This is a tough Chicago broad because she's just looking forward with a look on her face like life in the big city. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. And the whole time I'm standing there, I'm just thinking like, just don't get hard. Just don't get hard and you're fine. If you stay soft, it's fine. Because to me, a hard dick is aggressive. It shows intent. You know what I mean? Like it's an aggressive move, all cases. But a soft dick is like a finger. You know what I mean? It's just independent. It's just hanging out. It's like the difference between feeling a gun barrel in your back and a gun holster in your back. You know what I mean? One of them you're like, it's happening right now. And the other one you're like, I'll just keep an eye out. You know what I mean? I don't know, I stayed soft. She got off on Western, so we had a good day. So it all worked out for everybody. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night. Men are awful. But we have all the dick. So you gotta deal with us. It's like how all the shitty countries have all the oil. You know? Women gotta keep dating men the same reason we gotta keep selling arms to Saudi Arabia. It's a flaw in the system. It's an interesting time because as Timmy mentioned earlier, I make the playlists for every show for the after party, and it's just an interesting time to do anything because you got to think about everything. You know what I mean? And it's not like there's even new rules. You just venture off into the west of rules. It's frontier justice. You got to come up with your own rules, your own ethics. So I'm sitting there a few weeks ago making a playlist, right? Playlist theme, Motown jams, all right? Pretty good playlist theme, I think. But then I'm starting to add songs to this playlist, and I think, well, I cannot have a Motown jams playlist without putting Jackson 5 on the playlist, right? That would be inconceivable. But as soon as I have that thought, I'm like, oh man, can I put Michael Jackson on a playlist in 2020? Will people be mad? Exactly. Half of you agree, half of you don't. That's how you end up getting canceled. Is this one loud person goes, do it, and then you do it, and then you don't work at State Farm anymore. So, but just so you know, I did it. I did put the Jackson 5 on that playlist. And here's the thing, we have to make our own rules because we're making them up as we go and we're trying to do the best we can. And this is what I came up with. This was why I put Jackson 5 on the playlist. I think it's okay to listen to a pedophile's music as long as it's music he made as a child. I think that's the rule. So, I think it's a good rule. This is real mostly. It's been a while, maybe 2-3 months ago, we killed the leader of ISIS. Which is pretty cool. Not a good dude, but, you can't get too excited because it's ISIS, man. They're just going to get a new leader. It's not like ISIS is over. And honestly, I heard recently that they got a new leader. ISIS, new leader. Just came out. New leader of ISIS. It's Jeff Bezos. Yeah. I guess ISIS is doing 2-day free shipping now, which is pretty cool, Trying to rehab the image. Okay, so he's not. He's not the new leader of ISIS, but, would anyone cancel their Amazon Prime membership if he was? Would anyone really? You wouldn't. You'd be like, oof, it's going to be a tough one to not think about, but I'm not gonna. It's too good. It's too good. It's just... That's scary because that would happen and we'd have to really deal with it because stuff is our favorite thing. If you give us stuff, wild out, dude. Do whatever you want, man. Like, you're giving us stuff? Whew. Keep it coming, man. I don't know. Now I want to think about it, but yeah. It's our favorite thing. You can tell, just little things. You can tell that that's true because, I don't know, it's a Wednesday, but I bet you can still see this. Even in 2020, even a night like night. You stick around long enough, you stick around midnight, 1 o'clock, you hang out in the bar over there, have a few drinks, you find a table, 3-4 guys hanging out, drinking, empty cans sitting around. Even in this day, you would still hear those guys at some point in the night, one of them just goes, hey man, how much to suck a dick? How much? That's all they say. Just how much? Just much. They don't say money, they just say how much. But you think money, because that fit, you're like, yeah, I do stuff I don't like to get money I want for things I don't need. It's a paradigm that fits, so you accept it, but they don't say that. You can answer whatever you want. You can be like, all right, how much to suck a dick? How much? I don't really want to do that. Never done it. It'd be my first time. So how much? Put a price on it. All right. I will suck a dick for the unconditional love of a mother. You can say that. You can say it. You can get whatever. It's a hypothetical. You can ask for whatever you want. Why's it gotta be money? Some guy in the back of people like, hey man, that's pretty homophobic. It's so high. It's not that bad. You're being kind of weird about it. Listen, I'll suck that same dick for a stepdad that came into my life during high school and helped me through my teenage years. That's what I'll suck a dick for. And then some other guy's like, $40. You're like, that's crazy. That's wild. It's too low. It's fun. That's what's the only thing that's frustrating about this kind of society is we love stuff, but you don't even get to enjoy your stuff. At least let me enjoy it. It's so funny, you know what I mean? You'll see an aging rock star on TV. Some guy who's a rock star, and now he's older. Someone always has to be like, look at this guy. No money. Look at it. He was on top of the world. Now look at it. All his money, he wasted it. This guy wasted all his money. I'm like, yeah, I think he spent it on drugs and fucking. I think he used it as money. I think that's what money is for. I think saving it till you're 80 and then blowing it on oatmeal is a waste of money. That's how you waste money. Even with normal people, they'll be like, look at that guy. He died penniless, huh? Cautionary tale, that guy died penniless. You should all die that way. You can't take it. Use all the pennies now. That's the only shot you have. We should all die with $1 in our checking account while ordering a McChicken. That's how we should all die, just I used it all.
use it all.
I have a beef with Nike.com because of something. Nike.com really just being brash now. I use Nike.com. I use their Nike by You service. Anybody Nike by them ever? You can pick a shoe model and you can customize it, whatever colors and fabrics you want, and then they make it and custom make it and ship it to you. I used the service. I was very excited. They keep you, up to date. Everything. They send you emails like, "We're making your shoe. We're finishing your shoe. We're packing your shoe. We're shipping your shoe." And when they tell you they're shipping the shoe, they give you shipping information. I click through it, and they go, "Congratulations, your shoe is on the way from Vietnam." And I was like, yeah, I don't need to know that, all right? I don't need to be a part of that process, all right? I'm paying $160 for $22 worth of leather to be out of that process. I don't want to know, all right? For that kind of money, you ship it into San Francisco, then you give me a tracking number, all right? That's what... I don't know what you think this is, Nike, all right? The deal we have with major corporations is the mob wife deal. You keep us comfortable, we don't ask about your business, all right? You just keep that a secret, okay? Whatever you gotta do to get it done. Brash!
Has anyone ever gone to the emergency room for a panic attack?
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that the most embarrassing shit in the world? You just have to go up to the front desk and be like, "Hello! I am having a heart attack." Or wasting everyone's time. I don't know. Could you use $80,000 worth of medical equipment to tell me? And they will. They did an EKG on me, ultrasound, chest x-ray. Doctor comes in with the chart and is like, "Oh, it looks like you're just a fucking bitch." Alright. Get a little wild on the overnight shift. It's tough to be mad at your mental illness because it's really just your brain trying its best. It's just your brain trying to help you, but this is just dog shit brain. It's old hardware, you know what I mean? This shit was running apes 10 minutes ago, you know what I mean? It's not, that's what's ironic about our brains. It evolved a world around it that it has not evolved to keep up with. So it's just throwing shit at the wall, you know what I mean? But it's trying to help you. I have severe anxiety. I wake up every morning terrified. I should have for most of human history. You know what I mean? That's just your brain being all right, there's lions out there, get ready. Might have to flight, come on. But that doesn't exist anymore, so now I'm just scared in the target. You know what I mean? It's but your brain doesn't know what a target is, it's too new. You know what I mean? But it's trying, you know? I have friends that are depressed, you know? They'll be like, "Dude, I was so depressed last week. I couldn't get out of bed for 5 days." It's yeah, dude, that's the safest place for you. You know what I mean? Did you hear about the tigers? You know what I mean? Did you lose your appetite? Good, there's no food. It's the fucking ice age. You know what I mean? Go back inside your room. It doesn't even just keep us alive. It's not even survival. It's beyond that. It's trying to push us forward, you know? You guys know about cave paintings? Cave paintings, right? Most archaeologists now think that that's the foundation of not only art, but language. The two biggest things we've done, cave paintings started it. And yeah, I mean, that's what we call them, cave paintings. They are to us, but I mean, that's not really what they are. Because when those were made, people were living in caves. That's a guy drawing on the inside of his house. If that's not a manic episode, if I've ever heard of it, just some guy they gotta know what I did today. Someone's gonna see this, it'll mean something. It's crazy. We're all here, you know? Because that's what it is. I think, so many people are I get rid of the stigma. It's gotta get rid of the stigma. It's I get what they mean. I get the principle, so it's fine, but it's not really even, I think, what it is. It's just behavior out of time. You know? If we went out on the street now and we saw some guy just screaming and talking to himself, we'd be like, that guy's probably homeless. And we'd probably be right. But for most of human history, that guy would be running the tribe. You know what I mean? They would be like, of course he runs the tribe. He's the only one that can talk to the clouds. You know what I mean? I have a cousin who's schizophrenic. Now, in 2023, it's not a good time to be schizophrenic. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for her. Just sits at home all day, takes medicine. That's being schizophrenic in 2023. But 1,500 years ago, she could have invented Islam. You know what I mean? I think that the maximum age for Make-A-Wish and the minimum age for being drafted is a very succinct way for a society to let you know, once you turn 18, we do not give a fuck whether you live or die. I think that's pretty effective. The Make-A-Wish program is, I mean, it's on its face it's kind, but in practice it's pretty psychotic. Because it addresses the idea that death is terrifying and imminent, and we should, comfort people in this life, while we have a chance. Unless you're 19, then suck it up, bitch. Just die like a fucking man. What are you, a baby? It's crazy. Everyone should get, why only sick kids? That's so wild. You work customer service for 35 years, you get diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Why not a trip to Disney World for that guy? Why not? I would argue he deserves it more. Everyone, my position is everyone should get it, but as a society we decided some people shouldn't. I think we've just picked the wrong side. But ideally it should be everybody. But if we're picking, if that's what we've decided, that some deserve it more, it's that guy. The kid. I think also what I guess maddens me about it is, I think it just instills, it's another thing that shows this weird belief we have about life, that it's just this quantity game. We're just accumulating years with no thought about quality in those years. So we're just sort of looking at the raw math and we're 8 years, that's sadder because he's had less. And it's I don't know. It's not all good stuff. It's not all, it can be the worst. That kid, he's sick, that's sad, but he's also, never gonna have to get a job or, fucking be broken up with. He's never gonna know what a landlord is. He's just never gonna know. It's never gonna be a part of his life. He's never going to have to deal with a big anxiety that I have that cripples me every day of my life pretty much. He's never going to just be crippled by worry of, when am I going to get cancer? He's never going to have to just load off his shoulders, But really, I think the biggest thing, when I see a sick kid, really the biggest thing that makes me go oof, why not me? That really, that honestly, is if you're a sick kid, you get to die while believing in God. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. And I know some of you think you believe in God, but come on, let's face it, not a fucking 10-year-old does. You know what I mean? You don't believe in God with a Santa Claus brain. That's not how you're approaching the subject. You could just tell the sick kid, just one day, this pain will be over and you'll be in this magical place with clouds and you can play all day. And one day, me and your mom will come visit you and we'll just live together for eternity and happiness. And that kid will be I have no reason to doubt that. You know what I mean? I have no reason. You could tell a kid about angels enough that you could get him excited to die. Like that. And so, I mean, and then letting him meet Olivia Rodrigo, that just seems like a hat on a hat. You know, yeah, it's a joke. I'm literally kidding him. I'm literally kidding. It's literally a joke.